Good morning from a beautiful sunny day in London. This is one of the really rare times that I make a video with me on it. I always prefer just sharing my stories and at the same time sharing the place I visit, just like showing the like different scenery than just having my face in the video. Because obviously the videos is are those videos are about those stories that I want to share. That is obviously is about me and about people I interact and connect, but it's not about me. It's about the stories and it's about the opportunity for people that listen to my stories to have more informations to make them questioning what we've been taught from young age. So to questioning that there is something more than what we've been taught from our society. But I didn't have time to make the video as I normally do, and I did not want to forget parts of the stories, because obviously if you let to pass too many days you will start to forget small details, small part of what happened. So the story I'm telling you today, it happened yesterday, and it's about déjà vu, it's about synchronicities, and it's about as usual about trying to show that there is more than what we made we have been made to believe. So this story happened yesterday, and so I went to work in Enfield. In it's movie studios where they're shooting movies, TV series, and it's in Enfield. So already to reach Enfield, but basically it was a journey on its own. Took my bicycle, been cycling by the canals till Enfield. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. It was peaceful, so it was just wonderful. Like it was all new scenery for me, because I think I'd done it once. I was like 9 years ago, so was always like was new. So it was really enjoyable, and so I started to work, and in the middle of the morning, my colleague says something. We were working, we're two people on the coffee machine, and he says something, and I have this strong deja vu. Like it was so strong, like literally in that moment, I knew that already happened. So obviously we know what deja vu is and what makes you feel. But I had this strong memory of a dream that I had, because so lately all the deja vu I have are there. It's always attached this strong memory that I already had it in a dream. That is why I'm experiencing deja vu. Then yesterday was the same. Yesterday was the same. I had a strong feeling that I dreamed it before, and then it shows in life. So I wasn't sure 100%, but it was just powerful. I had to stop for a few seconds and telling my colleagues like, "Wait, I'm having a deja vu, and it's really strong." So obviously that's already on its own. It's like if we lived in a different society, that would be already a reason for discussion amongst people, like what is, why. But as many other things in life, we've been taught to dismiss it as they always give you a scientific reason behind. So this time is like, scientists, doctors, they discover that when you have a deja vu, you might be it's before to have a stroke. That can be, but obviously there is something else than just that, and that we are not taught to think about it or discuss about it. Then, like as usual, deja vu start to slowly fade. That feeling start to fade away, and then you move on with your life. So I moved on with my morning, making coffee, talking to people, until lunchtime. So the studios provided the free food, free lunch for everyone, for the crew, the actors, the people working in the studios. So we went to the facility where they give you like food, and I started to talk to a guy working there. I recognized the accent, Italian, and he asked me, I don't remember, but anyway, it's like, I'm from Marche, and it's like, oh yeah, me too, and then I asked, where about Marche? And it's like San Benedetto Del Tronto. I was like, oh, fuck. So do I. And it's like, so I tried to figure out who the guy was. He's very young, so that obviously wasn't like, part of my friends or people I knew. But it tells me about his brother. His brother is called Frankie, and someone that I knew when I lived in Italy. So, as Carl Jung called it, this is a synchronicity. He said that I like to see it as the universe telling you that you're on the right spiritual path. So, because of that, I started a conversation with the other staff from the cafe, and I start to tell them about what I think are synchronicities, and we get quite deep in the rabbit hole. So we start to talk about philosophy, and obviously I cannot talk about synchronicities without mention Bradley. The famous Bradley met in Sydney in a hostel, and then in Perth in a hostel again 1 year and a half later. Perth is 3 hours and fly from Sydney, and then 2 weeks later find Bradley to be the cook in your workplace. So, and then from there, discussing about what life is, what we made to believe that life is, and then I like talking with one of the girls that I thought was Italian as well, but actually English, with I think I don't know if parents or grandparents, and they were Italians, and that's another synchronicity, because the parents or grandparents, they're from Marche, they're from San Ginesio, that is a town that I know, and I've been there I think a few times. So that's already another synchronicity. It was great to have the opportunity to discuss with those, guys and girls, and to, I'm sure, make them questioning, or anyway adding some piece of puzzle into their journey. So that's for me that was like a sign. Like I see always as a sign, as being in the right spiritual path when that happened. So at the end of the day, so after work, I went to a conference. So in the next few days, there is it's 3 days of conference talk about how to change our society and make it a better place, organized by a socialist party. And so I'm going back today as well. It's very interesting. But what I was keep thinking while the various characters were discussing, talking about what we can do to change our society, what I was keep thinking, it was that this movie we call life, of oppressor, dictators, greedy ruling class exploiting the population, and then the opposition of people with different ideas how to change society, and then the fight, and then the change. So we had this for centuries. What really changed? I think very little. We're always going back eventually to square one, because that's what I was thinking. We are not changing within. So listening to those people was wonderful, especially when you're listening to people with your same mindset, with your similar ideas about how to change our society. But are those people actually changing within as well? Are those people trying to transform themselves first? Changing their weakness, changing their egos. Are they doing that? Because yes, we all want to change the external circumstances and make it better than what they are. But it's never gonna be long lasting, because we always, as we saw it, we always go back to the same problems. It's just with different name, different parties. Because the same people that want to change the external are still human, that most of the time haven't changed within. And first the change has to be within. Or you can still try to change the outside, but has to be done at the same time trying to change within. Because otherwise, we're just going back. It's just like history repeating itself with different name. First the right, then the left, the fascist, then the communist, then the whatever. You know, it's just changing names all the time. And then it's always greediness, ego to rule, even who initially had good intentions. So you can't change anything outside if you don't start to change within first. So my hope is that those people, those wonderful people I had the chance to like to listen yesterday, and that I will go back today. I hope those people are people that are doing the change within while discussing how to change without. I hope so. I hope so, because that's the only way we can really change our society. There is no other way. Everything has to start within first. I hope so. In the meantime, I wish you a great day, and I will see you soon with new stories.